What's up everybody, welcome and thank you a bunch for clicking on the video. I really appreciate that. This is my first video and obviously you have no clue who I am, right? So let me introduce a little bit about myself. So yeah, I'm Dennis, or you could also call me Kha as my Vietnamese name. And yeah, of course I'm Vietnamese and living in Hanoi, which is the capital of Vietnam. As you saw the title of this video, I'm gonna talk about how did I learn English in 1 year only. Okay guys, I'm not gonna teach you anything because teaching is something really massive to me. So I'll be sharing the methods that I used, the way I got motivation, how I kept motivating myself. And more importantly, you get all the sources of learning English such as YouTube channels, websites, etc. Sounds interesting, so let's get into it. Wait, before getting into the lessons, I've just got some questions for you and you have to answer it mentally to figure out what you're looking for. 1. Do you wanna be fluent in English? 2. What is the goal to do English fluently? 3. Are you willing to get rid of anything that holds you back on learning English? Okay, just pause this video and think about it. As I graduated from high school, I decided not to go for university. So instead, I attended in a college which was called Halal Vocational College of High Technology. I majored in making websites and I enjoyed it a lot. Unfortunately, something crazy happened, so I couldn't carry on studying any longer. You know, making website programming is a global job, right? So English should be very important to me. Due to that, I strongly decided to learn English and I learned intensely. You know, before that I had no knowledge of English, even saying a simple sentence like where are you from? So yeah, from that to now I've been learning English for over 1 year. Exactly one year and 5 months. In English we have a famous saying which is fake it till you make it. It means you should learn by copying whatever you hear, you see, until you can do it on your own. So temporarily, it's not necessary to learn grammar at first because you know, learning grammar at first is extremely easy to make you bored and lose motivation. You'd better learn through sentences and phrases in conversational English. Learning grammar is something that is not my cup of tea. There are perfect ways to get used to English. To illustrate, I'll give you some sentences like I don't speak English very well. Where are you from? What's your name? How's it going? It's no need knowing about what is the grammar. You just need to know when to use it. And day by day, you find it not difficult and you can use it easily. And that would make motivation to take another step. And besides that, what do you do to improving your 4 skills which are speaking, listening, writing and reading? I was in that situation. I went to YouTube and did search for tiếng Anh cho người mới bắt đầu. In no time I got thousands of results, but there was the only one making me comfortable and joyful. It was a series of videos of Mr. Pim's Level. It had 28 or 29 lessons, but I don't remember exactly. I did the lesson for around 3 months. And by the way, during the process of learning, I always wrote down new words in a notebook and learned it in sentence. Afterward, I started learning grammar in Vietnamese and sometimes in English. When time passed, I got the basic level of listening. I tried to learn via videos in English. And from that way, I improved a lot. Besides that, I watched loads of videos which were so various. To be more specific, they were the videos that were related to what I liked. At first, I didn't get it much because you know, you never know that my listening skill was not that good. However, I kept telling myself that it didn't matter. And then I got over that frustrating feeling. Speaking like a native speaker is not something impossible, but you have to dedicate a ton of effort. But no worries, I've got some solutions for you. First, using English exactly the same way that native speakers do. Second, using slang. Third, learning idioms and phrase verbs. I have 2 notebooks here. Here you are. And this one is for bad words, slang, and idioms. You can see it, right? And this one, phrase verbs. Got it? Finally, speaking bad words with the bodies. You might think it's ridiculous or bizarre, but trust me, I have some English speaking mates and we speak bad words all the damn time. But remember that do not speak bad words when you're in formal conversation. I know you do speak bad words with your friends in Vietnamese, so just take it easy. More importantly, I advise you to make your own English environment if you don't have much chance of practicing English like me. So why not working on your skills by yourselves? What the hell is wrong with that? Well, to do that, you'd better immerse yourself in English for hours by watching films, videos, reading news, stories, singing, chatting with friends, whatever. The first 10 months I had to learn website and English at the same time, so I just spent about 4 hours on English. After that, I dropped out of the college and started spending 6 to 9 hours, sometimes over 10 hours. You know, when it got being timid never speaking, I always preferred speaking to writing. I didn't like chatting as much as I had done before. Therefore, most of the time I worked on my speaking skill through audio course and reading out loud. Reading out loud is extremely useful to boost your vocabulary and your speaking skill as well. But remember to close the door to make sure no one can hear you. I did practice like that for a while and realized practicing speaking via audio course is somewhat confusing, uncomfortable and boring. Basically, I couldn't use body language when I had no words to express myself. I was in a situation and was really stuck. Suddenly, I came up with an idea which was why not heading out the streets and talking with tourists or even being a free tour guide. That should be an amazing experience. I don't live in downtown Hanoi. From where I live to the Gum Lake is about 18 or 20 kilometers. So it was not convenient for me to go there frequently. I decided to go once a week for a while, and unluckily I was definitely addicted to talking in real life and started going twice a week. The first English speaking people was a man from England. Actually, the first one was a beautiful girl from Finland. I knew her when I was in the college as she was volunteering there. She's Hannah, and if you're watching the video, I wanna say that I miss you a lot. Come back! By the way, I also want to say thanks to my English teachers. I'm grateful for you both, Miss Zhang and Mrs. Sim. Okay, go back to that guy from England. I caught him as he was sitting by the lake. Now I feel really sorry for him because, you know, he was held by me for over 3 hours. It was my first time and I was incredibly embarrassed and lack of confidence.
Hello, it's me.
We shot the shit all the time, but he didn't seem annoyed. He was super polite, honestly. Okay guys, I got some advice for you. Always pretend that you're good at English and confident. Hold on to any opportunities that offers you a conversation, even it's small. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. If you make a mistake, it means you are practicing. Be patient with yourselves when you get it slowly and you make the same mistake. Speaking English smoothly is not a destination, it's a process that you must learn in your whole life. So just hold your horses. Finally, practice, practice and practice. The more you practice, the better and quicker you learn. Now I've got a special guest here and she's gonna tell you some precious things that you absolutely need to know. So, hi!
Hi!
So, yes, first of all, I'd like to say thank you a bunch for being here with me and the people watching the video. I really appreciate that. So, could you please introduce a little bit about yourself for people to have a chance to know about you?
Yeah, for sure. Hi, I'm Chrissy.
Yeah.
I'm 21 years old and I'm from Germany. Actually, I'm here because of work and travel. I work in a hospital and after that I go for traveling and exploring this beautiful country.
Oh my god, that's interesting. So, English should be your second language, right? The truth that we both are English-speaking people, but however, not native speaker. So, could you please tell me that how did you master English and how long did it take you to get that beautiful achievement?
Yeah, of course. I learned English in school, so I think I was 10 or 11 years old. It was in secondary school. So from this time till I got my nursing degree,
Okay.
I joined in every week in a lesson for English. So I think all in all, it's more than 10 years I practice English.
Oh wow, so yeah, I got you. From my point of view, I think 10 years is such an enormous number, isn't it? Could you please tell me that what do you think about English learners in Vietnam? And do they have any strengths or weaknesses?
I think your education in school about English is very good.
Okay.
So, but the main thing about learning a language is to practice and to speak.
Right.
So, in my view, the Vietnamese students work very hard to improve their English.
Yeah.
Like to go to the Hon Kim Lake and ask foreigners to speak English, or working as a tour guide. So I think if you spend effort in learning English, you will recognize the success.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so I think that's lots of people while watching the video are waiting for you for some advice from you. So have you got any?
My advice is to speak. Always take the chance to speak English, because English is the only way to connect with international business and to meet up foreigners.
Yeah, that's right.
And of course, meeting up new friends. So like I get a new friend with Ha.
Okay, so yeah, well done. You need to memorize what she was just saying, and I hope you found it interesting and helpful. So if you did, give it a thumbs up, and yeah.
Bye for now.
Bye.